You believe you have time, an ocean of it stretching out before you. Most people live this way, like their days here are infinite. Let me share a stark reality, a truth you must grasp. The average person walks this earth for roughly 30,000 days. That is the sum total. 30,000 sunrises, 30,000 sunsets. Truly think about this. If you stand today at 30 years of age, you have already spent over 11,000 of those precious days. Gone, vanished like mist in the morning sun, never to return. How often have you thought, I should do that someday? I'll start that business someday. I'll spend more time with loved ones someday. But someday is a thief, a dangerous, deceptive word. It whispers the lie that your time is limitless. It lulls you into complacent delay. Action deferred is opportunity lost. Indecision is the graveyard where ambitions go to die. But listen closely. You hold the power to change this narrative right now, today. You can learn to master your moments, not just count them. To truly live the days you have remaining. Forget vague notions of time management. We delve deeper into the mechanics of life itself, into the psychology that governs your perception of time. Understand this first principle. Time plays tricks on your mind. Mastering time begins with understanding its illusions. Recall your childhood, those endless summer days. A single afternoon felt like an eternity of adventure. Now, years seem to evaporate like morning dew. Weeks blur into months. This isn't mere nostalgia, it's a phenomenon. The time unit paradox. Your brain, the magnificent machine it is, measures time through novelty. As a child, the world was a cascade of firsts. New sights, new sounds, new feelings. Your brain was constantly recording, etching these experiences. This dense recording made time feel expansive, slow. But adulthood often brings routine. The same route to work, the same tasks, the same patterns day after day. Your brain, efficient yet lazy, recognizes the familiar. It stops recording with the same intensity. Just another Tuesday, it thinks. Days blur, weeks merge, time accelerates. This is the slumber of the comfort zone, the trap of time blindness. But you possess the key to unlock this cage. Inject novelty. Deliberately, consciously. Take a different path home. Engage in conversation with someone unexpected. Dedicate an hour each week to learning a skill utterly unrelated to your work. Read a book on a subject you know nothing about. Each new input, each break from routine forces your brain awake. It starts recording again. Time, perceptually, begins to stretch. You reclaim the feeling of a day fully lived. Here lies another critical error in perception. We drastically overestimate what we can achieve in a single day. Yet, we profoundly underestimate what we can accomplish in a year, in 5 years, in a decade. This leads to frustration, to abandoned goals. You start with immense enthusiasm, expecting overnight miracles. When they don't materialize, you falter, you quit. Understand the power of consistent daily effort compounded over time. Small drops fill the bucket. Steady steps conquer the mountain. Focus on the year, not just the day. Now let us speak of priorities. Many confuse frantic activity with meaningful progress. They fill their calendars, rush from task to task, perpetually busy. But busy doing what? Are these actions aligned with a definite chief aim? Or are they merely distractions, illusions of productivity? Here is a tool of profound clarity. The Deathbed Test. Imagine yourself advanced in years, perhaps 90, looking back. From that vantage point, what truly mattered? Will you cherish the memory of that extra hour spent perfecting a minor report? or the hours spent building deep connections, learning, growing, contributing? Will you regret the risks not taken, the dreams left dormant? Apply this test ruthlessly. Let it illuminate your true priorities. Life's most important work often doesn't scream for attention. It whispers: family, health, learning, purpose. These are easily overshadowed by the urgent, the demanding, the loud, the emails, the meetings, the endless small fires. Meanwhile, the foundation of a meaningful life erodes, one neglected priority at a time. Masterful individuals understand a secret. Knowing what not to do holds more power than knowing what to do. Embrace the power of elimination. Try this: the two-list strategy. First, list everything you believe you need or want to accomplish. Be exhaustive. Now, scrutinize that list with the deathbed test in mind. Circle no more than 3 items. The 3 that represent your highest contribution, your deepest values, your most significant goals. These are your focus. Everything else? That becomes your avoid at all costs list. These are the distractions, the good ideas that sabotage the great ones. Be ruthless. Protect your focus. Think of your choices like financial investments. Small daily investments in your top priorities yield compound interest over time. A day, little learning each day, consistent effort on your core mission, dedicated time for health and relationships. These compound into massive results. But be vigilant. Modern life is engineered for distraction. Social media's endless scroll, the constant chime of notifications, the lure of busy work that feels productive but isn't. These steal your most valuable asset, your focused attention. You must consciously, deliberately eliminate the non-essential. Your time is finite, your focus is precious. Guard them fiercely. Allocate them only to what truly matters. Consider your relationships. They operate much like a bank account. Every interaction is either a deposit or a withdrawal. A kind word, active listening, remembering a small detail. These are deposits. Being consistently late, breaking promises, only reaching out when you need something, these are withdrawals. You cannot expect support, trust, or connection withdrawals if you haven't consistently made deposits. Many make the mistake of focusing only on grand gestures, the expensive gift, the elaborate celebration. These have their place, but they cannot sustain a relationship alone. The bedrock of strong bonds is built on small, consistent, daily deposits. A quick text, simply to check in. A genuine compliment offered freely. Being present, truly present, when someone speaks. Offering help before it's asked for, remembering the little things that matter to them. Showing up during difficult times, not just the easy ones. Here is a truth often overlooked. Shared struggle often forges stronger bonds than shared pleasure. Navigating challenges together, supporting each other through adversity, creates a depth of connection that easy fun cannot replicate. Don't neglect your weak ties, those acquaintances, colleagues, friends of friends. While your close circle provides comfort and support, strong ties, your weak ties are often the bridges to new information, different perspectives, and unexpected opportunities. They expand your world beyond your immediate echo chamber. Nurture these connections too. A brief conversation, a shared article, can open doors. And if you wish to feel as though you have more time, give some of yours away. Help others, mentor someone, volunteer for a cause you believe in, offer your skills. It is a paradox of the human spirit. Giving time, freely and generously, expands your own sense of abundance and purpose. It connects you to something larger than yourself. Let's turn to your career, your vocation, your purpose. Where do the greatest opportunities lie? Rarely are they found squarely within your current comfort zone. They reside in the adjacent possible. That space just beyond what you currently know and do. The skill you haven't quite mastered, the industry you're curious about, the project that feels slightly intimidating. That's where growth happens. That's where breakthroughs occur. Staying firmly in your lane is the path to stagnation. A critical error many make, especially early in their journey. Optimizing solely for money too soon. In your formative years, prioritize learning above all else. Every new skill acquired, every piece of knowledge gained is like planting a seed for future harvest. It's a lottery ticket for opportunities you can't yet foresee. Mastery attracts reward. Seek mastery first. The money will follow. It always follows value. Discard the outdated notion of a career ladder. Life is not a linear climb. Modern careers resemble a jungle gym. You move sideways, diagonally, sometimes even taking a step back to gain a better foothold. Each move, each role, adds a unique skill to your arsenal. This combination of diverse experiences makes you adaptable, resilient, and ultimately irreplaceable. Beware the siren song of comfort, the job that feels safe, easy, predictable. Comfort is often career quicksand. The longer you stay in a role you've mentally and professionally outgrown, the harder it becomes to leave. Inertia sets in. Fear of the unknown paralyzes action. Challenge yourself. Seek growth, even when it feels uncomfortable. Here's a way to harness even your procrastination. Productive procrastination. When you find yourself avoiding a difficult or tedious task, don't simply waste the time. Channel that energy into learning something new that excites you. Research a topic, watch a tutorial, read a challenging book. Often these procrastination projects reveal hidden interests and passions. They can point the way toward more fulfilling work. Listen to where your mind wanders when it's avoiding obligation. Now, foundational to all else, your health, your vitality. This is not merely about extending your lifespan. Health is your life force multiplier. It dictates the quality, the energy, the capacity you bring to every single day. Every ambition, every relationship, every goal hinges upon your physical and mental well-being. Consider this. Would you prefer 8 hours of focused, energized work and life, or 12 hours feeling drained, foggy, and unproductive? Your energy levels are arguably more critical than the sheer number of hours you possess. The destructive mindset of, "I'll sleep when I'm dead," is a fool's bargain. Sleep is not passive rest. It is active recovery. It is brain optimization. It's when your mind consolidates learning, solves problems, and prepares for the demands of the next day. Deprive yourself of adequate sleep, and your cognitive function, your decision-making suffers dramatically. It impacts your mood, your patience, your ability to connect with others. That promotion, that project, that relationship, they all depend on a brain operating at its peak. Prioritize sleep as the essential maintenance it is. Recognize that you are often two different people. There is morning you, ambitious, clear-headed, full of good intentions, and there is evening you, tired, willpower depleted, easily tempted by shortcuts and comforts. Morning you makes the plans, eat healthy, exercise, work on the important project. Evening, you must execute those plans. Don't let morning you set evening you up for failure. Make good choices easy. Prepare healthy meals in advance. Lay out your workout clothes. Break large tasks into smaller, less daunting steps. Support your future self. Integrate movement throughout your day. Forget the all or nothing approach to exercise. Embrace micro workouts. 10 push-ups between emails. a brisk 5-minute walk during a phone call, stretching while waiting for the kettle to boil. These small bursts of activity accumulate. They combat the detrimental effects of prolonged sitting. Your body was designed for movement. Movement unlocks the mind. Remember this correlation. Physical movement creates mental clarity. Feeling stuck on a problem, overwhelmed, anxious? Get up. Move your body, walk, stretch, breathe deeply. Often, the solution, the perspective shift, arrives when you change your physical state. The journey of life demands continuous learning and growth. Want to accelerate your mastery of any subject? Teach it. Explain it to someone else. Write about it. Create a presentation. This is the teacher effect. The act of articulating complex ideas forces your brain to simplify, organize, and truly understand them at a deeper level. Don't wait until you feel like an expert. Teaching while you are learning solidifies the knowledge. Your own struggles and recent discoveries make you a relatable and effective teacher. You remember the confusing parts. A powerful learning hack. Immerse yourself in biographies. Read the life stories of great achievers, thinkers, leaders. Each biography offers a compressed lifetime of experiences, lessons, triumphs, and failures. You gain decades of wisdom in a matter of hours. Learn from the mistakes of others so you don't have to repeat them yourself. Resist the urge to become proficient at everything. It's tempting, but ultimately diluting. Wise individuals practice deliberate amateurism in certain areas. They consciously choose not to master skills outside their core focus. This preserves mental energy, keeps the ego in check, and fosters flexibility. Be great at a few things, and strategically adequate, or even poor at others. View constraints not as limitations, but as catalysts. Limited time forces focus. Limited budget demands ingenuity. Limited resources breeds creativity. Constraints remove the paralysis of infinite options. They force you to be resourceful, to innovate. Embrace them as tools for sharpening your thinking. Perhaps the most undervalued skill in a world obsessed with persistence is knowing when to quit. Strategic quitting is not failure, it is wisdom. It's recognizing that a path is no longer serving your growth or aligning with your purpose. It's cutting your losses to redirect your precious time and energy toward more fruitful endeavors. Quit quickly things that drain you without return. Quit projects that have lost meaning. Quit relationships that consistently diminish you. Quitting strategically makes space for the opportunities that truly deserve your commitment. Finally, let us address the subtle yet powerful realm of emotional intelligence. Your emotions operate on a biological timer. The actual chemical cascade that creates a feeling, anger, fear, joy, frustration, lasts approximately 90 seconds in your body. 90 seconds. That's it. After that initial wave passes, if you are still feeling that emotion intensely, it's because you are choosing, consciously or unconsciously, to recreate it. You are replaying the thoughts, the story, the grievance that re-triggers the chemical response. Many say, "I can't help how I feel." This is only partially true. You cannot always control the initial spark, the first wave of emotion. But you absolutely possess the power to choose how you respond after that first 90 seconds. You can choose to observe the feeling without feeding it. You can choose to breathe, to shift your focus, to question the thoughts driving the emotion. This capacity for emotional regulation is not a soft skill. It is a superpower. Raw intellect might open doors, might get you the job. But emotional regulation, the ability to remain calm under pressure, to navigate conflict constructively, to understand and manage your own reactions and perceive others. This is what builds trust. This is what earns leadership. This gets you the promotion and builds lasting influence. Don't mistake vulnerability for weakness. Used strategically, vulnerability builds connection and trust. sharing appropriate struggles, admitting when you don't know something, showing your human side. This makes you relatable, approachable. Authenticity resonates deeper than feigned perfection. Of course, wisdom dictates discernment in what you share and with whom. So we return to where we began, those 30,000 days. They are ticking away, right now. This is not a cause for despair, but a call to deliberate action. Time is the currency of life. Spend it consciously, invest it wisely. Stop waiting for someday. That day may never arrive. The power lies in the choices you make today. Inject novelty to expand your perception of time. Define your true priorities using the Deathbed Test and eliminate the rest. Make small, consistent deposits in your relationships. Seek learning and growth in the adjacent possible of your career. Guard your health and vitality as the foundation of everything. Learn relentlessly and quit strategically. Master your emotional responses after the first 90 seconds. The clock is always running, but you are the one who decides how to run the race. Make your time count, not by managing minutes, but by truly living moments. Start now.